Hello, this is Anthony Cerna. I'm in Pearl City, Hawaii. This is going to be completely unedited. I don't feel like editing right now. I'm just going to lay it out there. It's noisy outside, so deal with it. I don't feel like adjusting that either. Just adjust your hearing, I hope. So today's quick topic, it's on being selfish. That's how I accomplish a lot of the stuff I do. I see a lot of postings and mentions about, oh, save the planet, save the trees, save the animals. And I feel the same way. I totally agree, understand, I accept that. But I didn't get where I'm at by being selfless. And I'm going to read what I wrote, and hopefully it'll make some sense. If it doesn't, oh well. Make a long story short, be selfish. Stop being selfless. The idea of heroes and villains, it serves nobody. It serves no one. I mean, when we create ourselves as the hero, saving and rescuing animals and whatever it is we think we're doing, we're creating a villain. Or we're justifying and validating the attacks. So that's why I try not to keep that label of either being a vegan or compassionate, because what that does is basically saying, hey, you're not compassionate, you're my enemy. That's what I'm doing when I say that, whether it be a Christian versus the Hindu or the Muslim, and vice versa. I reject all labels. I think if anyone needs a purpose of a religion, of a faith, it's to have it or be raised by that oppression and that injustice and that violence and discard it. That's the purpose of it, to push off from. It's not a bad thing. So be super selfish. And this video is going to offend everybody, probably. I don't give a crap. I'd rather you be healthy and hate me. It's fine. So be selfish. That's the key. The secret that no one wants you to know is being selfish. That's just a fact, you know. I didn't stop eating meat, dairy, fish, and eggs because someone told me to save the animals or planet. I used to laugh at people like that. I used to make fun of them all the time. You know, everyone sees them in the movies. Skinny, scrawny, unhealthy. Always crying, terrible health. Always preachy. Always, I'm better than you type mentality. And I fall into that all the time. I'm guilty of that a lot. I wanted nothing to do with them, you know. I was a fat, unhealthy, drinking kind of guy and had friends, you know. But finally I accepted I was fat. I started looking at some of my old pictures and I started going, man, what do I look like? And I think that's what happens when we let ourselves go, especially physically, but even emotionally. Just go to the bathroom, look at yourself in the eyes, and then look at your body. Take your clothes off. Be proud of yourself. Be thankful for your body. You know, we're taught to be ashamed of our bodies. You're not allowed to walk naked in the streets. It's because of a religious oppression system. That's it. A faith system. And it's all derived by insecure males. You know, big penis, large breasts, small breasts. You know, the fact that we're using terms like small and large is a comparative word. It's a word meant to compare one to another. You know, and by doing that, we imprison ourselves. We have expectations for ourselves. We have disappointments in ourselves. You know, and no one's going to be happy, you know, by using those labels. So, what got me here? What, you know, those kind of questions I ask. How did I get here? What got me here? What can I do to change? What course do I need to go backwards when I was fat? What went wrong? What did I do wrong? I always, men especially, at least myself, will say I must not be getting enough exercise. And a lot of the fat, when I'm fat, I jumped on, did the bench pressing. The ambulance is just, I hear ambulance every, I'm not kidding, about every 10 minutes at least. And it's up on a mountain. And so I could tell you, as I run up and down the mountain oftentimes, a lot of elderly people here, but as my cousin, he works in the paramedics and the firefighting thing, he tells me himself, and my cousin's a nurse, and other friends are nurses, you know, we gotta change things. I mean, everyone getting hurt and requiring the assistance of these special people are overweight, are having heart conditions, irreversible, curable too, you know, irreversible and curable, preventable. And yet we're pushing this non-profit agenda, you know, send to this money, this Susan G. Komen, or, you know, whether it be skin cancer, lung cancer, breast cancer. I've been there. I've been at the bedside of people dying, and I've seen them recover on their own, you know, taking care of themselves. You know, not every single disease out there, but I promise you, eating junk, junk is very simple. Put meat into a pot, boil it with some water, it becomes glue. How's how you make glue? So by putting glue, by drinking freaking Elmer's glue, you're poisoning yourself. You know, so for them to disregard that, discredit that, you know, and not mention of it or not talk about it, you know, that's an injustice. And we pay into that. So we're paying to commit violent acts when we contribute money to a nonprofit organization like that. You know, without doing the research, who are they testing it on? What are they testing? You know, what have they tried? What have they not tried? You know, when